Welcome, maybe the best day of the NBA, Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, in it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. Hill is out there with Jordan Clarkson, and it's Kessler in at the center. And for Milwaukee, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Green is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3-slot. Well, both these teams, of course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Now, here's Collins. Collins setting the pick for Hill. Over onto Kumbo. That's good from 17 feet away. Hill's got the first points up on the board for the Jazz. Kuzma outside. Shoots over Markkanen. Kuzma, that's good.
This is how you capitalize in close. You see Kyle Kuzma, this guy just has instincts and a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
Kessler screen on Lillard. Hill finds Markkanen. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
Kessler the screen. Here's Hill. A good-looking shot from the wing.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. AGA, how about... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is...
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to have 2 minutes to review the play. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Lopez, a screen on Collins. Giannis inside. He's guarded by Collins. Antetokounmpo, no good. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with the head coach from Milwaukee. We talked about the challenges that come with playing against Lauri Markkanen. Coach said you have to know where Lauri is at all times because he's so effective playing off the ball. He's a knockdown shooter and a smart cutter, and he moves extremely well for his size. This team's got a lot of respect for the mobile 7-footer. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And he goes big with the dunk right on top of John Collins.
Known for his scoring there, Lillard with a fantastic pass in that screen and roll.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Oh, dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 1. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Clippers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And Utah right now, they've had an interesting start to the year. Lately, they've put together some nice wins, and you get the general sense that their confidence is growing.
Lillard from outside scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Collins finds Hill. Uncovered, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Hill's got 9.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Giannis passes to Lillard. Good, and it's Giannis picking up the assist.
And one of the most prolific three-point marksmen in league history. Logo Lillard has unlimited range.
Hill against Lillard. Shot clock at 6, and it's Hill with the jam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Jazz have gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. Now, Greg, it's at 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Utah's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Clarkson outside. Kessler screen on Lillard. Hill passes to Kessler. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Utah with the rebound.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Hill with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Kessler with the bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Taurean Prince comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jackson, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Trent subbed in for Green. Utah also making some changes. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. Torrey Craig comes in for John Collins. And Chris Duarte subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. And that one drops. 15 points for Hill.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Jackson kicks to Prince. Pass to Lillard. The 10-footer. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Lillard's got 12 points in the game.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And it's Hill with the jam.
And if you want to talk about liftoff, folks, he went right from the launching pad. Serious extended hang time there. Even at full speed, it looked like he was in slow motion. Just amazing.
Bucks trail by 7. Three-pointer, Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one. Here's Reid. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 5 assists in the game.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And Lillard kicks to Portis. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Portis sets the pick for Trent. Pass to Portis, 6 to shoot. Here's Lillard, and a little luck that time, but it drops. He's got 14.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And so it's the Utah Jazz heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Utah Jazz.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far, they are hitting at a high clip.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Bucks trail by 7, so with Lillard on the bench. Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Gary Trent is out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Here's Hill, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor, and looking for more.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
6 on the shot clock. Portis a screen on Craig. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Here's Hill, and again it's Utah.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Craig against Giannis. That's where Giannis wants the ball.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Tries from 10, and another basket for Milwaukee.
And when Giannis is hitting that midi, best of luck. He truly becomes unguardable.
Here's Hill. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Hill's got 6 in the quarter.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
And with that, the Jazz lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Antetokounmpo. Takes the 3. Trains the three-pointer. That's 28 points for Hill.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Now, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez comes in for Portis, and it's Green and Praetorian Prince. Utah also making some changes. Walker Kessler comes in for Torrey Craig. And it's Clarkson in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. BB, one thing about Kessler, he will challenge anybody at the rim. Wow.
There's no question, Kevin. Walker Kessler is one of those guys who's not afraid to get dunked on. He is a rim protector of the highest order. He's going to win some, he's going to lose some, but he's always going to try to do his job. Well, from the moment he stepped into the league, Walker Kessler proved he was a rotation player. He gives you unbelievable defense, aggressive rebounding, and very good inside scoring.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Right, he's checked in for Jackson. With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season. In fourth, the Bucks.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
Here's Giannis. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Gary Trent. And Damian Lillard subbed in for DeLon Wright. Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the board a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you'd better be ready to put a body on somebody.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Hill, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And the basket by Lillard.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Hill passes to Clarkson. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 7th assist here tonight.
We know Jordan Clarkson is a guy who likes to play fast. He's going to catch and shoot as soon as it touches his fingers.
Pass to Lopez. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Jazz leading by 3. Markkanen dishes to Hill. Driving in. Collins wide open. He fires. And Utah another 3.
The corner 3 is coveted, and John Collins quickly gets to work.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants to talk to his guys. And when you look at John Collins' advanced numbers, Doris, they jump off the page.
Yeah, probably the advanced numbers you're referencing, Kevin. Offensive rating, true shooting percentage. And when you look at it through that lens, Collins is absolutely able to score from a variety of spots on the floor, and the guy's an absolute terror on the glass.
The Bucks making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Green, the pass to Lopez. Kuzma with it. He's guarded by Markkanen. He was all alone on that one. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
He nailed 2 from distance in the opening period. Now gets this one.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So Utah ends up going with the new group. And so it's Utah with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Doc. I heard you imploring your team, stick to the game plan and know your personnel. What's that mean?
Yeah, we keep messing up coverages. You know, I get messing up on some guys, but that can't happen, but it did. So we just got to move it forward.
We'll see if the communication picks up. Thanks, Doc. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story. Things are going well for the Utah Jazz.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys. I like that. Trying to capitalize on every single possession.
Yeah, you love the consistency in their approach. Really methodical. Next on the docket, power rankings. Fellas, let's see which teams are jostling for those top spots.
You look at the Jazz, they're sitting on the top of their division. Can't ask for more than that as a fan. And it feels like they're getting better as the season goes on.
The way they've been playing, I expect big things from these guys.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Getting underway here in the second half, here's Will Hardy's 5. The pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. Sharing the wing spot, it's Clarkson and Markkanen. And it's Hill in at the point. Hill kicks to Clarkson. It's Hill on the wing, covered by Lillard. And the basket by Hill.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Kuzma outside. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Kuzma's got 8.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Hill drives in. Giannis passes to Lillard. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Hill up top, covered by Lillard. Hill dishes to Collins. Shot clock at 5. Clarkson for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. 11 points in the game.
That is how you respond to 1-3 on one end. Clarkson with a tray of his own. Go ahead, Jordan.
They kick it out to Green. Pass to Kuzma. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Clarkson passes to Hill. Kessler's setting the pick for Hill. Now Kessler. Lopez covering. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. You look at Kessler, second in the NBA, a great defender. And, of course, Brook Lopez. He's right there as well. He's also someone that will flat out control the paint.
And when either of those guys are on the floor, that low post defense is immediately something their teammates don't have to worry about. That's a very comforting feeling.
You know, when you talk about this Jazz team, Doris, you have to mention head coach Will Hardy.
You certainly do, Kevin, because remember, he came from the Boston Celtics organization. He also had a history in San Antonio. He is known as an excellent tactician. He does an incredible job scouting. Utah always one of the best prepared teams in the league.
That free throw, no good.
And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a champion. But best of all, Giannis is an incredible ambassador for the game.
Here's Clarkson. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Let's take a look at numbers for Antetokounmpo. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season put up about 30 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. And he brings it for them every game on the offensive end.
Well, I think you can tell he relishes this role, being the catalyst on the offensive end, night in and night out.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team. A different look for Utah. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for John Collins. Alexander Walker comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And Chris Duarte is subbed in for Clarkson. Kuzma finds Lopez. Here's Lillard. He's guarded by Hill. From 11 feet away, from deep, Green. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And here's Green outside. And again, the Bucks miss. Jazz have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And Craig has it in the corner. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Now Green. Nothing on the board. Lillard outside. Takes it inside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
That first step of Lillard, deadly.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Kessler throws it down.
Exactly where Kessler gets so much of his offensive performance done, right at the cup.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 5-point game. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Hill with it. Now Green defending. Hill kicks to Craig. Now here is Hill. He's got 36. 6 to shoot. Kessler a screen on Antetokounmpo. Kessler with the bucket. Kessler's got 6 in the quarter.
Defensive pressure simply not enough to deter Kessler in that instance.
Here's Lillard. 33 points for him. Green taking his time here. Back to Lillard. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Lillard's got 35.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Trent's checked in for the Bucks. Then for the Jazz, Naz Reid, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. Markkanen comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Clarkson in for Duarte. Reid gets the bucket.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks are still trying to perfect their chemistry. Bobby Portis says things take time. You've got to keep continuing to build it. There's another level Dame and Giannis can get to, just making it clockwork. Them continuing to get better at it opens the floor for everyone else on the court. Kevin?
Well, David, with those two guys, Dame and Giannis, it opens the floor up a lot. Hey, thanks for the report. Trent kicks to Green. Pass to Giannis. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 6 assists now in the game. Hill against Lillard. Hill dishes to Clarkson. Hill passes to Reid. Nice ball movement by Utah. A 3 ball. Utah keeping it alive. A new 14. Kessler with the bucket.
Exactly what Kessler does off every miss. Go pursue the basketball and get the opportunity for a second chance.
And Giannis gets it to go.
That's a confident play there. Great execution.
Lillard against Hill. Over Lillard. And there's another one for the Jazz. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Damian Lillard. Hill against Green. Kuzma outside. Trent outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Reed. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Trent. Giannis has got it all tied up now for the Bucks. Pick by Reed. Launches it. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 14 points here in the second half.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Jazz out in front, they lead by 3. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Jackson is out there with Gary Trent. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
Over to the wing. Craig with a screen on Jackson. Hill kicks to Craig. 5 on the clock. Hill with guarded now by Jackson. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Hill's got 48.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
From the arc, and the Jazz, another 3.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Giannis, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Antetokounmpo's got 33 points. Alexander Walker finds Hill. Back to Alexander Walker. Hill against Jackson for 3. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Portis the screen. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo with the jam.
And on the drive, Giannis, he can be so disruptive, just muscling his way through the defense.
Hill with it. Picked up by Portis. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And the Jazz lead by 8.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Craig defending. There's Giannis with the slam.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight. Just unreal.
And let's get an update on Damian Lillard's injury. David, any news there?
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for the Bucks. Now, he told me that it's a knee sprain, and it's definitely painful, but it's fortunate it wasn't worse. Injuries never come at a good time, but somehow it seems even more frustrating when they happen this early. Tough break for sure. Guys?
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
Shots good by Clarkson.
This guy can flat out score. Jordan Clarkson having himself a night.
Giannis against Craig. Now, here's Portis. He's tightly guarded. On the wing, Jackson. Over Hill. Reed with the rebound.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Trent, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Trent's got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, the scoring ability of Gary Trent Jr. makes it difficult on defenders to guard against that mid-range. My goodness, that was sweet.
Out to Clarkson. Jackson against Hill. Again, the Jazz score.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
Trent passes to Jackson. Trent, a screen on Hill. Here's Portis. Reed with the rebound.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
4-on-3 break. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, Gary Trent Jr. is accustomed to dealing with aggressive defense. That's the level of scorer he is. But in the interior there, I'll tell you, draws the contact nicely.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Jackson. The Jazz also changing it up. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Reed. Collins comes in for Torrey Craig. And it's Markkanen in for Duarte. Sit out to Markkanen. It's back to Hill. Outside Collins. Utah needs to get off a shot here. 3-pointer Markkanen. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Kuzma. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. And now just a 5-point Jazz lead. Utah moving it around. It out to Markkanen. It's back to Hill. Pass to Markkanen. Clarkson against Trent. And that one good from Clarkson. And the Jazz lead by 7.
Well, every year the feel of Jordan Clarkson gets better and better. Nice bailout there.
Here's Giannis. They can't stop Giannis.
And you know, he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Hill passes to Kessler. That one goes. Count it. Kessler's got 10 points here in the second half.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here. Huge shot from Kyle Kuzma. The sky is never shy.
Hill against Green. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block force them to the line.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, you like when a guy calmly steps up, knocks down the free throws, exactly what you want.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He knows every possession is critical now. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. The coach told his players, hey, they're feeling the pressure over there. Keep pressing, keep fighting. They're starting to crack. Let's get this game even. Guys.
Okay, David, thanks.
You can see why they go to Brook Lopez, his calming presence to deliver in the clutch.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Second personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. Timeout called, the Bucks. They're down by 7.
One
27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Back to Kuzma. There's the 3. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
And that's the beauty of Giannis. Always been a willing passer and can find the open man once the D focuses in on him. Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
Offline with his 3. Utah calls timeout. Just 2 seconds left in the game. The 3 from Hill. And got it! Another basket.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot. And so it's Utah with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jay.